Hi Nature School, it's Miss Cheryl here, and today we're going to talk about common birds of Ohio. Ohio has a record of over 400 different species of birds. That's a lot of species. Ohio has very, very special habitats. We have Lake Erie. So, along the shores of Lake Erie, we have different wetlands and different habitats for birds to stop over during migration. Down south, there are forested areas and different hills and other different habitats. The southwest, there's a lot of great grasslands for different types of birds. So Ohio is a very, very special place to see a lot of different kinds of birds. But since there's so many different species, it's hard to know where to start with if you want to identify birds. So let's start with the common ones. This is called a tufted titmouse, and tufted titmice are here all year round, feeding on insects in the summertime, and in the wintertime they kind of change their diet to seeds, berries, and nuts. These are very, very common at your feeder. These guys will typically take a seed from a feeder and fly away. What they're doing is the titmouse is taking the seed, taking it back to the branch, taking the seed out of the shell, and they store their food for the winter time. This is called a red-breasted nuthatch, and these guys are winter visitors, which means that they're only here in the winter time. They typically breed way up north in the coniferous forest, and then in the wintertime, they migrate south in this area. Nuthatches are really cool because they have a unique behavior. As you can see, this guy is feeding upside down. They can climb upside down, they can climb upwards. They have special toes that allows them to do that. They have 3 toes in the front and 1 toe in the back. And that 1 toe in the back helps them climb up and down and even in a zigzag pattern. Next is the black-capped chickadee. Black-capped chickadees are very, very cute little birds. They have a black cap on top of their head and a black chin and 2 white cheeks. They get their name from their unique call. When they call or communicate with each other, it sounds like they're saying chickadee dee dee. So just like their relative, the tufted titmouse, chickadees stash their food for the wintertime as well. Another common bird is the house finch. We have 2 house finches. We have the male on the left and the female on the right. The male house finch has red on his head and red on his chest. He has a little bit of stripes on the side and belly as well. The female does not have any red at all, but she still has stripes on her chest and on her sides, and her wings are a light brown color. House finch's diet consists highly of plant material. They eat mostly seeds and nuts and some berries. In the wild, they will eat knotweed, mustard seed, and thistle seed. This is called a Carolina wren, and Carolina wrens have dark brown feathers on their head, their back, and tail, and a lighter brown color on their belly and chest. But if you look at their eye, you'll see a bright white eyebrow. That's a very distinctive characteristic of Carolina wrens. Wrens mostly eat insects. So if you take a look at that beak, the beak is mostly curved. So they will use that curved beak to turn old logs, old bark, rotten bark, leaves in search of insects. They will also eat plant materials as well. These are very, very common at feeders, so you will see them on peanut feeders as shown here, and they also like suet. All right, so the next bird that we're going to talk about is the northern cardinal. The northern cardinal is Ohio's state bird. You can tell the difference between the male and female by their color. The male is on the left. He's a bright, beautiful red with black by his beak. The female is on the right. She still has a little bit of red, but not as much, and she has a little bit more brown. They both have bright red beaks. Cardinals have specialized beaks to help them crack open different types of seeds. Their beaks are very thick and very big, so very, very powerful beaks to help them eat many different types of seeds, even the hardest ones to crack. If you want to start identifying common birds, a good way to start is to hang up a couple of bird feeders. If you watch Miss Melissa's video, she has awesome tips about bird feeders and different bird seed. So take a look at that if you want to start bird feeding in your backyard. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you had fun learning about different types of birds. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or comment below. I'll be happy to help you. Have a good day. Bye.